All right, guys. Our next guest is long overdue on the program. Currently set to face Donald Cowboy Cerrone in a fight that's sure to get fans out of their seats. One of the biggest characters in the UFC's welterweight division, Platinum, Mike Perry. Welcome for the first time to Submission Radio. What an honor. How are you today, man?
I'm doing well, bro. Just out here in New Mexico, training my ass off, getting this work. On our way to the top of the mountains right now to go get some elevation, man. So.
Perfect. Before we get into your fight, we want to ask you about your sparring session with Darren Till. The video of you guys talking to each other about having a sparring session sort of went viral last week. How did the sparring session go? And is it true that apparently you brought MMA gloves and he brought boxing gloves and you guys had one glove each, or is that just a completely made-up lie?
No, that's totally true, man. He had my MMA glove on his right hand jab, and I had my MMA glove on my left hand jab, and he had boxing gloves on my power hand.
That's hilarious. How did you guys come to that conclusion?
I think that part was Darren's idea. I was like, yo, I got these little gloves, and then he's like, you want to do 1-on-1? That's fun. Yeah, let's do it. Steaming them.
So tell me.
Good time though.
Yeah. So tell me, it's interesting because obviously he's a guy that's going to be fighting for the belt in your division. How did the sparring session go? And was it a good chance for you to see where you guys were at compared to each other's skill set? Was there a clear-cut winner in the sparring session, or how did it play out?
No, there's no. There wasn't. We weren't fighting to win or lose. We were just fighting to get some good work and to see if we could, land a couple good shots on each other's faces and still, just get some good work, get a good sweat, and learn from one another. And I'm similar size to the champ T. Woodley. I throw that overhand right very similar to the way he does. So. It was a good look for him, too, for him coming up with the champ. My wrestling doesn't compare, but, who cares who won or lost? It was a good experience, and, I'm sure he would say the same thing. We're not looking to fucking degrade each other just like in the sparring match. I was thinking maybe we should have people record it. He had the damn camera crew with him, but we just hopped in an Uber by ourselves, went, put the match down, and we just got to work, man. It was just us.
That's amazing. And apparently you also gave him some pointers on how to beat Tyron Woodley. That's what Woodley was saying later on. Is that true? You gave him some tips on how to beat the champ? Why would you do that?
I did, man. Just the way that I say it, with fighting against a shorter fighter, and Darren stands kind of tall, I said that he needs to get down, bend his knees, and get his eyes on the same level as T. Woodley if he wants to meet him. And he's got a good turn away from the takedown and the shot. But I was like, look, I'm not trying to give you advice because I know you're the one fighting the champ. I was like, just the way that I think I see it, maybe you could do this some more, like bend the knees some more, get lower sometimes. But I know you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You're gonna fight the way you're confident. I'm sure T. Woodley does too. Who really knows who's gonna? Who knows? See, I hope my boys. I hope they can make that weight so that they can fight for that damn.
Yeah, that's the big question. It's crazy. In your division, there's so much stuff going on. Obviously, Colby Covington got it stripped of his interim title. You got Tyron Woodley fighting Darren Till. What do you make of Tyron Woodley as the champion? And what do you make of Covington getting his interim belt taken away from him?
Well, I think Woodley's a great champion. He has been for a long time now. He hasn't been able to defend it as much as maybe he wanted to, but he had some injuries and had to be smart and take some time and heal up properly to stay champion. And I don't think anyone is as analytical as he is. He really thinks his stuff out. probably writes it down on paper or whatever, man. But you know, I'm more all over the place. And Colby Covington, I mean, technically he didn't get stripped yet. He doesn't get stripped until they fight for the title. So, I mean, the guy's got really good cardio. Actually, Darren Till had that to say about Colby. Colby runs in the mountains every day. These motherfuckers got good cardio, and he puts the pressure on people. He just leans on people. I feel like it's not a very dangerous fight as far as getting injured, getting hurt, getting busted up by Colby, but his ability to lean up on you and stop you from using your game is strong. It's strong. That's why, you know, his wrestling background is good. So, you know, fuck him, though. I'll fucking cut his ass up. You want to lean on me. You can't just lay on me in a fight. I'm going to fucking stab you in the eye with my thumb if I have to.
I think you just set up the future Colby Covington Mike Perry fight. But I was going to say, sort of onto you though. You've got a big tall task ahead of you in Cowboy Cerrone. What was your reaction when you found out you'd be facing a former teammate?
Shit. Let's get this money. Let's go. It's you know, the guy was kind to me, but the UFC does what they want. They want to set up a fight, and I figured, shit, a year or two from now, somebody from Jackson Wink probably gonna be trying to fight me. So it is what it is. We fight. The question is, do you want to get this money or not? Yeah, get this money. So we fight. I fought his ass for free. I might as well fight his ass for $100,000.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I want to go back in time for a second, Mike, because we were there at UFC 202 where you made your UFC debut. And I remember during the media day, you were sort of walking around. It was your first time doing the media day for the UFC. I think you had a black hat on. And I remember you went up to Cowboy Cerrone. I think he was the only guy that you were sort of excited to see there. And you guys sort of had a moment. You came up to him, you introduced yourself. I think you shook hands, and you even got some photos taken. And I think you guys sort of had something in common there. There was a little bit of a connection. Do you remember that UFC 202 media day when you sort of met him? And
I posted a picture of it today of me and him at UFC 202 media day.
Wow.
And I said that we knew back then that we were going to fight someday. So, nothing to it but to do it.
And now it's come full circle. Do you remember any sort of funny stories or training sessions or any funny moments that happened when you and Cowboy were at the training or hanging out in Albuquerque?
Shit. I mean, there was a couple, man. He took me shooting guns. We went out on his boat, and he took me surfing on his boat, man. That was really cool. Really nice of the guy. And he's like, wow, look at this asshole's going to come fight me now and try to take everything I work for. But he's had all this and all this money, all this time, and we in the fight business. So I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get a damn boat, too. So you got that money, you got that notoriety. I got to get it. I got to come take it. So I get me a boat. So I go surfing when I want.
Mm-hmm. And I think he'd appreciate.
We sparred for about 20 minutes straight.
Wow, 20 minutes straight. Was that just during the class, or was that just on the side with you guys just organizing it yourself?
No, that was at his ranch, the BMF ranch, where he trains in his warehouse there, and fucking yeah, man. We just went. It was actually about 23 minutes, and we weren't trying to throw bombs on each other. We were really more grappling. Nobody was able to grab a submission, and I'm in the car with this crazy motherfucker right now that's trying to kill us while we drive to the top of the mountain. I might lose you guys here in the mountain, no telling, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So let me ask you, the training situation. Obviously, you're training with Jackson Wink. I think Cowboy is not going to be training with Jackson Wink leading into this fight. Is it a little bit strange not sort of training together and also having the coaches that have worked with Cowboy for so long help you get ready for this fight?
Well, I've heard that, I'm new to Jackson Wink, and I've heard that Cowboy doesn't really come in anyway very often. He usually trains at his ranch, which is, an hour and a half away from, or an hour at least. But, it's not really a change for him. It's not really a change for many people in the gym. So we just got to get to work, man. I'm here for Tank, the elevation, and the bodies. That's what I'm here for.
Talk to us a little bit about sort of how you see this fight playing out. A lot of people see this as a very fan-friendly fight. Do you see it lasting more than one round? How long do you think this thing will go for?
Man, it could end in any round. It could go all 3 rounds. There's no telling where this fight goes. It can go everywhere. We all have skills everywhere, on the feet, on the ground, in the clinch. I feel it's gonna be a crazier version, a bloodier version of the Paul Felder Mike Perry fight.
And obviously, this is a huge, huge fight. It's in the main event. What do you think a win over a guy like Cowboy Cerrone does for you and puts you in the division? I know Leon Edwards was able to get the win, and now it sort of pushed him up the ladder. What do you think it gets you if you beat a guy like Cowboy Cerrone?
Well, I think that depends on how I win. If I beat him with a vicious KO, it puts me top 15. And it puts me in line for, we were just talking, if Woodley doesn't beat, or if Till doesn't beat Woodley, then when I beat Cerrone, we're looking at a Till Perry fight, especially after the sparring. I know they want to see that. So we're looking at that, and if he does, maybe one before the Colby fight, or I could jump right to the Colby fight.
Which one would you prefer between Darren Till and Colby Covington? Because I feel like you're a bit more friendly with Till now, with Covington maybe not so much. Which one would you prefer?
Sure, if we go off of anger issues and fucking, Colby Covington's just a little fucking bitch, then I'll take that fight all day. But Till would be great out of respect and, skill. And, I respect what the kid has done. Shit, Colby got the fucking interim belt, so I don't respect him for that, but he did something that I have not done yet. So I know he's talented as far as fighting goes. Strength, his wrestling capabilities, his cardio, it's all there. He trains his ass off, but I'd get in there with him and try to cut his face open.
Well, look, as we wrap up, just quickly, what is your prediction for this Donald Cerrone fight? How do you see yourself winning?
I hope it's as crazy, if not crazier, than the Felder fight. I hope I can get the finish, though. I'm looking for the finish always. Try to put my hands on his face and KO him. I'm not looking for a submission. If he gives up his neck, I'll try to reach for it. I'll try to grab it. But I'm looking to hit him in the face and knock him unconscious in between 1 to 3 rounds. I don't care when. Just get the job done.
Well, there you go, guys. Violence promised in Denver, Colorado, when Mike Perry takes on Donald Cowboy Cerrone on November 10th. It's going to be November 11th here in Australia, in New Zealand, so don't miss it. And of course, follow the man on Twitter at Platinum Perry and Instagram Platinum Mike Perry. Mike, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. Great chatting to you.
Thank you, bro. Sorry we got cut off earlier.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Yeah, thank you so much for letting us call you back. And all the best in your fight. Thank you so much, Mike.
All right, brother. No problem. You guys have a good one.